to Planning with Crystal. So today's unboxing is a little bit of a different one. This is an unboxing of Stitch Fix. So if you've not heard of Stitch Fix, the idea is it's an online personal shopping service. So you fill out a questionnaire around your sizes, certain parts of your body you want to show off or don't want to show off, what your style is, what kind of clothing items you might be looking for, how much you'd be willing to pay for certain pieces, and then your online personal shopper goes away and figures out what kind of things they think will suit you, what kind of outfits they think will fit you well within your budget. So I've always been one I've enjoyed shopping, things like that, but I've not always been great at choosing which items to buy. I'll have an idea of what kind of look I want, but then I'll go out, I'll see something I like, I'll buy that. It won't necessarily fit in with that look. And then I've got clothes that don't go with other clothes. Yeah, so I kind of like the idea of someone else taking the pressure away, choosing the items for me, and I get to try out some whole new looks. So the service does in general cost a £10 styling fee that you pay up front. But then if you keep any of the items in the box, you get the £10 deducted from the items that you keep. However, if you do want to sign up at the moment, I've got a link where you will save £15. You'll get a £15 credit, so you won't have to pay your styling fee, and you'll get £15 knocked off your first box, which will mean if you keep any items, you'll get that £15 knocked off the items that you keep. So the items inside, if you get 5 items, if you choose to keep all 5, you get a 20% discount on all of the items. So if the stylist really nails it, then it's a really great deal because you're getting 20% off everything. But Stitch Fix is an American company, how I understand it, and they've recently come to the UK. And there are other companies that do these boxes, but Stitch Fix seem to be rated quite highly for this sort of thing. So I'm curious to see how well they've chosen for me, whether they've sort of gone with what I have actually said or whether they've gone off on some crazy tangent and picked things I don't want. I'm going to give you a rough idea of kind of what I've asked for, and then you can let me know if you think they've done well or not. I've said that on my days off I generally wear jeans and a t-shirt or jeans and a jumper, and I'd like to wear something kind of smart but casual, if you know what I mean. I've also said I tend to like strong colours. I don't really like pastels because I don't think they suit me. I like comfort as well as style. I don't really want to wear heels. I don't want itchy materials. And I've also said that I really like a kind of preppy style. That's the sort of look I'd like to try. And I also said I'd like a complete outfit in the style of one of the outfits that I've liked on a particular Pinterest board. So I'll link the Pinterest board underneath, which is the same one that they have looked at and used when deciding what outfits to choose for me. So it'll be interesting to see how well they've done on this one. But without further ado, I'm going to undo the box, show you everything that's inside, try on the outfits, and you can let me know whether you think they did well and what you think I should keep or whether I should just send it all back. I should say as well, they do actually give you a returns envelope. So if you don't want to keep anything or if you want to send some of the items back, then you can do that and it doesn't cost any extra. It says here what to do next. It says to discover and decide, try on all your items and pair them with favourites from your wardrobe. And it says that they've enclosed some style cards for outfit inspiration. Share your thoughts. So what they want you to do is that you go onto your online account through the app or on the website and you say, I liked this, this is why, or I didn't like this, this is why. And then it gives them some kind of extra feedback should you choose to get another box, because this isn't a subscription unless you want it to be. You can just get a one-off box. And then it just says, what you do is you go online and if you say I'm sending whatever it is back, then you send it all back, you're not charged anything, that's great. If you keep anything, they just charge you obviously for the items that you've kept. So, and on this side it says, thanks for letting us style you. So first impressions are quite good. It's wrapped up in this nice tissue paper here. That goes along with the link I was telling you about. You use the link, you get £15 off your order, off your first box, and I get £15 off too. So definitely check that out if it interests you. Then I've got this little envelope that says your stylist thought these would look great on you. So it says, oh, hello. So what I've got here are 5 different cards telling you about the item they've provided and what they think it would go well with. And this is the message I've got here. I've been styled by someone called Danielle. It says, hey Crystal, I hope you're well and happy first fix. For today's box, I use the details on your profile notes and Pinterest board to select a box of items I hope you'll love. In line with your fixed request, I selected a box of items that are preppy and inspired by the looks on your board. That's what I said. I picked items that can easily be mixed and matched, so you should get more than one look from this. Let me know what you think in the feedback. And then it goes on to tell you what the items are. Happy styling with Danielle X. Then here I've got a little card telling you about the steps if you want to return it or sharing your thoughts, things like that. Then here I have got a little invoice which tells me how much everything cost and how much the discount would be if I decide to keep all the items. So I'm going to go through every item individually, tell you where it's from, how much it cost, all that kind of stuff. But if I kept all 5 items, my total would be £229, and of course my £15 credit would come off that, or if I'd paid a £10 styling fee, that would come off it. If I were to choose to keep all the items, then I'd get a 20% discount, so I'd save £45.80. So then my total would be £183.20, and then with my £15 credit it would come down to £168.20 for everything in this box. So that's interesting. There's also the returns envelope thing, so if I don't want to send anything back, it's there, it's prepaid. I'll go scan it at the post office, get my receipt, etc., and send what I don't want back. So it's heavy. So here is what it looks like. Let's have a look at each item and try them on. To start with, I've got this. It's called, just look very good like this, but hopefully it'll look better when I try it on. It's called the Maya tie neck detail button down blouse, and it's by a brand called Morvette, which is a Stitch Fix brand. They have some brands that are exclusive to them, and they've shown it here styled with like a skirt, boots and a leather jacket, or like jeans and a blazer. If you can just see, that's the card that came with that one. This is the top, which I don't know, it's not quite the kind of preppy look I was going with. This is a little bit more like I'm an extra in Downton Abbey or something. Do you agree? I mean, I don't know. I'm just not quite sure this is me. I mean, I could wear it for work. I just don't know that it's super flattering. What do we think? I mean, I just wouldn't normally wear something this kind of pale because it's not white. White I think would be okay. It's like a creamy colour. And the other thing is, look how creased it is. I mean, I appreciate I've just tucked it in, but before it was tucked in, it arrived super creased. So I think that would drive me insane, to be quite honest with you. So I think this top will be going back, especially for £49. It's quite a lot, especially as it's not a brand as such. It's just one that Stitch Fix does, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. I don't really think it does much for me. What do you think? Definitely leave me a comment, let me know. Seriously creased though, I mean, what? Then we've got another top. This is a long sleeved blue and white stripes organic cotton t-shirt. This is for my kind of laid back weekend look, and it's got this bunch of bananas, totally random, but I quite like it. This is by a brand called Sugar Hill Brighton, which I'm not familiar with, but I have had a look on their website and they do have some really cute things. So this t-shirt is called the Brunswick Go Bananas t-shirt. It's here, they've styled it with some like wide leg flare type jeans and white trainers. I don't think I'd wear flares, but still, or like a skirt and some little heels, so you can just see the top there, and there's two little outfits there that they've paired it with. The top I think goes okay with them. I mean, you can't go too wrong with a pair of jeans and a stripy top, can you? But I do like the top. Feels nice. Like I said, it's organic cotton and it's got this like little banana emblem here, which is quite good. The sleeves are a tad long, but again, don't mind that. And I've noticed as well, it's kind of got a little split there on each side. I'm not quite sure if it fits quite right on the back. It's gathering a little bit. But again, that could just be my kind of dippy back. So what do we think of this? I mean, it's not too out there, is it? It's a pretty kind of standard stripy top and jeans, but it's okay for a kind of casual weekend look. What do we think? Could even kind of tuck that in there a little bit. There's some jeans here which are by Oasis. So the high street store Oasis. They are called Lily High Rise Skinny Jeans Shorter Length Indigo, because I have short legs, and I told them that when I signed up, and I said I wanted either low rise or high rise, not the kind of in between jeans. So this is what they look like. We'll try them on in just a second. Everything in here is a size 8. That's what size I usually am, so we'll give those ones a go. And on the card they've put them with like a little blouse and some strappy heels, or a stripy top and a jumper, as you can just see there. So here are the jeans. These are the Oasis ones that I said. They fit okay on the leg. I'll just show you at the back. They're okay as well. The only thing I will say, quite stretchy, but they're quite kind of loose on the back. But I kind of have a bit of a dippy back, so they don't always fit as well, they're jeans, but they do kind of come up sort of to my belly button, I would say. They're quite a nice jean. I just need to kind of decide if I need yet another pair of jeans. And now from Warehouse, I've got a skirt. It's called a faux leather seamed skirt, again in a size 8, and it's in a burgundy colour, which is this deep red. So it's kind of like leather look, but it's not leather obviously, and it's got a zip on the back there. So this is the skirt. It's a little bit kind of creasy, it kind of stays in place. I guess that's just the fabric. I mean, I think it fits okay. I don't know if I think it's kind of all that flattering. I tend to wear it like with some boots. These are just some little M&S boots and some kind of thick black tights. What do we think? This they've put with a t-shirt, blazer and flats, or with like a white top and some kind of heels. Finally, I think with all those pictures of the kind of preppy styles, a lot of blazers featured. So they've included this blazer, which is quite heavy and feels quite good quality. In fact, everything in here feels quite good quality. It's got these 3 buttons here on the sleeve. It's single breasted with just 1 button here, and it's got a pocket on either side. Ooh, they are actually proper pockets, but they've been kind of stitched in the middle, but you could use them as proper pockets if you wanted. This is by a brand called Editor's Cut, which is another brand that Stitch Fix specifically make, and this is the most expensive item in here. It's called the Carmen Single Breasted Point Stretch Blazer, and it's £69. So like I said, the most expensive item in here. This finally is the blazer. I quite like the fact that it's got these pockets on the side. It kind of, just fasten that there. Kind of nips you in a little bit there, but I don't know, again I don't think the fit's all there, if you can see. I don't know, it's not brilliant, is it? It's kind of gathering here a little bit and just not fitting all too great. And again on the back it's kind of gathering there at the back, so I'm not quite sure about this one. I just thought I'd try it on with this so you could kind of see. I do like the detail of the buttons on the arm, which I think is quite nice. I mean, I like the look of the blazer. I think this is just a case of, I looked at the items in the box and I guess had higher hopes for them than what they kind of turned out to be, if that makes sense. But yes, this is the blazer. Let me know, what do we think? So all in all, what do we think? If you were me, what would you keep? What do you think looked best on? Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed in the fit of some of the items, which it's nothing to do with the person that picked them. They just obviously didn't quite fit me, and that's the idea with the box. You kind of try and see if maybe just 1 or 2 things work for you. So I'm not 100% sure on the skirt. I kind of can't decide if it looks and feels a little bit on the cheap side, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's a little bit different from any of the other fabrics that I have. I don't have anything in this fabric, but maybe that's for a reason, I don't know. So I'm a little bit on the fence with this. It's something that I'd probably choose to wear, you know, at work or something like that. So I might try it on with a few other things I've got and just see if I can kind of put an outfit together, if I think I'm going to get any use out of it. The blazer, again, I had real kind of high hopes for this. In the picture as well, it looked really nice, and I don't think it looks particularly bad on. I just don't think it fit that well. And yeah, I think for £69 it would have to fit me perfectly. So I think that would definitely be going back. I do think I'm going to keep hold of this t-shirt just because I like the feel of it. I like that it's organic cotton. It feels really nice, which is important to me. I really like stripes, and I don't actually own a long sleeved striped t-shirt, so I think I will probably keep hold of this, and it's something I will probably wear. So I think that's a definite keep. The skirt is a maybe at this point. I'll leave a pinned comment underneath ultimately with what I decided to keep and what I decided to send back. This is definitely going back. The blouse, which again looks even worse off the hanger, this is definitely going back as well. I think just the fact that it was creased, like I say, if it's creased already, then I don't have high hopes for it not being creased permanently when I wear it. It should drive me crackers. And it's a beige colour, which does nothing for me. And I think it makes me look, like I said, like an extra in a kind of period drama or something. So I don't quite think that's the look I was going for. I can see why she picked it. It's similar to some others on my Pinterest board, but those kind of little differences make all the difference sometimes. So that's definitely going back. And finally, the jeans. These are a maybe for me at the moment. I have like a million pairs of jeans. I love them, I live in them, but I am trying to get away from wearing jeans and stuff all the time. So do I need another pair? Having said that, they are high-waisted. They do fit okay, apart from they're a little bit loose on the back. So I'm not sure yet. Again, I think I'm going to try them on again, and they do feel nice, soft, stretchy. I'll try them on with a few other things that I already own and decide on those. So for my first box, I do like what they picked. Like I said, on first glance I thought I'm going to keep everything, but obviously the fit wasn't quite right, the colours didn't quite work. So really great to be able to try them on at home though. That's definitely a massive plus over when you go and buying things on the high street, because when you bring them home, at least when you try them on at home, at least you get to try them with things that you already own and just see how you think they'll actually work for you. I really like the idea of the style cards, because even if you don't keep those items, it kind of gives you an idea of outfits you could put together with items you already own. I also really like this like personal touch of the notes, and it's clearly personalised to me because it refers to certain things I've mentioned, certain things that are on my Pinterest board. So it does suggest that it really has had that kind of human touch behind it. All in all, I definitely think I'm going to order another box just to see what they send next time. I will be leaving feedback. I'll be letting her know like the beigey colour isn't going to work for me, but I kind of liked the style. And same with the blazer. I'd be happy to try another one, but that one just wasn't quite right for me. So I think hopefully with some of that feedback I might get even better items next month. And like I said, if you do want to give this a go, I've got a £15 off your first box. So you'll get £15 off any of the items you decide to keep. So for example, if I decide only to keep this, and this is definitely staying with me, this is £34, but with my £15 discount, it will cost me £19 instead of £34. So I'm happy with that, and I've not had to pay my styling fee because again that's been redeemed against the item. So yeah, I'm happy with that all in all. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think of the different outfits. I've also ordered a box from Lucario, which I think that's how you pronounce it, which is another kind of personal stylist box, and I just wanted to do that because I've given them almost identical instructions and I'm curious to see what they're going to come up with. So I can also do a video of that unboxing, and then I'm going to do like a comparison between the two to sort of think, well, which is the better stylist, or what my experience was anyway. And like I said, I'm going to order another Stitch Fix box and see what they come up with next time. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Bye guys!